time, or you've gotten hurt and you're trying to come back to being comfortable on the jumps, this video is definitely for you. We're gonna go over proper body position on multiple different jumps so you understand the difference. Let's go. All right, so before we get too deep into actually going over these jump faces, we're gonna show you the proper neutral standing position that you need to accomplish. It needs to be the basis of all of these jumps. And then we're gonna adjust the hips on each one of these jump faces to match what they need to not give us negative feedback. We'll start at our feet, so look down at the feet. We want to be on the balls of our feet with our heels dropped just below foot peg height. We go up from there. We want to stack our knees over top of the foot peg, so that's going to be a slight bend in our knees. From there, we rotate out, and then from there, we go down with our chest. We don't round in our back, and then we're in a neutral standing position. Now, the jump faces are going to dictate how our body moves front to back from this position, but our knees are gonna stay in the same spot the whole time. All right, the first one we're gonna work on is the longer jump face. This body position is more neutral with a little bit of head lower as you go up the jump face. So positions here, feet are dropped, knees are back, hips stay over the top of the pegs, and then the head's gonna drive forward through the jump face. The knees kind of straighten out naturally there because you're moving the head forward, so it's this motion. You're leaning, you're going with the bike. If you don't go with the bike on a longer jump face, the bike's gonna go backwards in the air. Here's one more time at speed for you guys. We don't have a lot of kick or a lot of feedback from the back end. So what we do is we plant the back end with our throttle by accelerating from the bottom through the top, and we don't get that huckabuck. Now what you'll see when we go over to the shorter jump faces is that you do get that reaction, and I'll explain why when we get over there. So let's head over to the rhythm section. The positioning is pretty similar, but there is one big nuance, is that we're landing on a downslope and immediately going up. So we need to land in a position that we can drive forward. So you want the head to stay over the front when you land, and then the hips are gonna drive a little further back on this, and as you notice when we get the shot from the side here. And the reason for that is these jumps, as a lot of rhythm sections are, the jump face is shorter than the bike length for the most part. And anytime you get to a point where the jump face is shorter than the bike length, the bike wants to kick. The front end kind of pushes through, the back end has feedback. When we get to a short and steep jump face, you'll really get to see that in our step 3 here. But let's go through this one. I'm gonna talk through this rhythm section as I hit it a couple times so you guys can see, and I'll explain what it's supposed to feel like for you at home. The motion you guys should be feeling is head forward, and then the hips you kind of row the bike to you. So it's like this motion here when you're going through the jump phase, but the knees stay in the same spot and the hips drive just a little further back. And so heads here, back, 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 right? But head maintains the neutral position, so because we are on the gas here when we jump these things. Right? Another important piece, as you'll see when I'm jumping through here, is you want to always land front tire down going in a rhythm section, because if you case and slap the front tire, it's going to shoot your body weight forward and throw you all out of whack on the next jump. So we want to get used to pushing the front end down. And you ask, well, how do we get the front end down? There's 2 ways. You drive forward with your head, right? You let your body weight lead the bike, you push the front end down, and or you're really good at hitting the back brake. almost like you're an accordion, where you're working, all your joints are straight and you're working together, and then just driving through a little throttle on the landing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, join us